Jason Bunch, I live locally. I did prepare some, my daughter's on there for me. So, when I was thinking about my first remembering of the American Heart Association, I think it was back when I was in Boy Scouts, CPR, certified, long years ago. So my story I'll start with 2024 was a very eventful year for me. I had to get a new cardiologist. My doctor at Vanderbilt left for unknown reasons, I'm not sure why. Vanderbilt Heart contacted me in November to get a new cardiologist. They referred Dr. Akama to me. Great relationship with Dr. Akama. We hit it off right off the bat. I told him that I was training to do a 5K with some people from church. And I was already in training, so I was walking and running and doing about 4.3 miles a day out of Longmire State Park. I did wear a little Fitbit watch, so I was able to track my heart rate. I was doing like a minute and a half walk, a minute and a half run, so my heart rate would never get up to 130. So luckily, that was one of the blessings I had, was I was doing it the right way, not to trigger an episode in my heart. Dr. Kama recommended that I go have a nuclear stress test done. And I would like being able to come to Wilson County to do all my doctor appointments and not have to be in traffic in Nashville. So we went down to the Wilson County, Vanderbilt Wilson County Hospital. I love that hospital, very good. Sorry. Very grateful for all these guys. They're very good at CPR. 40 minutes of it. 40 minutes. So anyway, when I took from my stress test, September 24th, got to going. I remember the nurses and the nurse tech telling me, man, you are in good shape. You can get your heart rate to get up. It's taking a long time to get the heart rate up. So I remember watching the monitor and talking to them. And I believe the nurse tech was also named G. And I got so close. Everybody there. I didn't think that's right, sorry. But, so I got this going, and I got my heart rate up to 143, and that was the target heart rate. And I remember seeing that, and I've been talking to the ladies in the room the whole time that I was, getting the exercise going, the treadmill kept getting higher and faster. I think I got an injection right before I went down. And as my heart rate hit 143, I wanted to tell them that, hey, I'm not feeling so good. I'm not feeling like, but I couldn't get the words out. So, to me, it was like an old black and white movie, watching the old TV and being the old movie was going black and white running. That's what I could see out of my eyes. And I went down. So I was out for 40 minutes of CPR. They shocked me somewhere between 6 and 10 times. They didn't even remember how many times. So that was all there in the nuclear stress test area. When I went down, Jean came to see me a couple days later. Her arm was just broken. I weighed about 207 or something at the time. So I guess on my way, she caught me. She led me down. I felt incredible pain afterwards. I really damaged her arm. So she said, "Oh, don't worry, it's great. I'm happy to have this." I was like, "Okay." So 40 minutes there. Dr. Singh was there in the room with me for that. The next thing I remember is kind of coming back to in the emergency room. My first thing I remember is just feeling hands all over me, all over me. So to me, that was my angels, all the hands touching me. And they've just been the nurses in the room and the doctors in the room with me, and they were definitely angels. And it may have been God. I know God was with me for sure. Then I started, just feeling incredible pain all over me. I wasn't comfortable. I could tell I had a tube down my throat. Then I started hearing people. So many people, so many voices I could hear. And when I could finally see, I had Dr. Cash right in my face. And I was, oh goodness, and he starts asking me questions immediately. I couldn't speak to him because I had the tube in my throat. And I remember trying to reach for it, and they got in my hand back down. And he's like, "Well, you want this out?" I'm like, yes. So they pulled that out. They called that, they pulled the tube out of my throat. And he just started asking me questions immediately. And amazingly, I did know where I was. I remember the day, I except for the last 40 minutes of CPR. But I didn't have any neurological damage, I didn't have any, no physical damage, just where I was gonna have to be on the breathing tube. I did go immediately, to the cath lab with Dr. Singh. They had to place a stent, I had quite a bit of damage there. In conversations after that, I found out that, I have a lipoprotein A, very sticky, cholesterol. So that's what's clogging my arteries and everything, and going all the way back to, my first heart attack where I had a quintuple bypass in 2012. So after that, I kept eating the same foods and staying on the same diet I was. I weighed about 238, so I was pretty heavy at that time. 2019, I had a third heart attack, and that's when I decided, hey, I gotta start getting healthy. I cut my diet back to fish and chicken. I almost went vegetarian at that time, but I didn't know about the lipoprotein A. And now that I know about that, I have gone to a vegetarian diet or a vegan diet, so I'm not putting any cholesterol in my body. I've done that since the 1st of November. I'm really strict on it right now. I just had my first blood work drawn yesterday, so I haven't seen those results, but I'm very eager to see what my cholesterol looks like now, what my lipoprotein A looks like, without putting any cholesterol in my body. So hopefully that's doing something. I've lost 20 pounds, so I feel incredible. I'm doing breath work, I'm doing daily exercises, cardio, doing the medicines that my doctor had me on. So I'm trying to do everything I can. I remember at the hospital, I remember Dr. Singh being there talking to me, and Dr. Kama coming to, I remember laying in the emergency room, and I was just incredible. So the first thing Dr. Kama does, comes and pats me on the foot. I was like, oh, well, yeah, I'm good. but I remember the next few days, everybody came to that small community hospital in Wilson County, Manitoba, everybody coming to see me, everybody who worked on me, said, hey, I did CPR on you for however long, and I found out they rotated in 2-minute intervals. So everybody would do it for 2 minutes and switch, 2 minutes and switch. I remember when my daughter got to the hospital, I was instant tears. And then my wife, followed her. She had to drive from Rutherford County to Lebanon, not knowing my condition. But Dr. Singh, at the time he called her, talked to her, I was unresponsive. So she got to make a wonderful drive. My son was in Dallas, so he got to fly home, not knowing how I was or what was going on. So very scary. But I'm very fortunate to be here. Since then, I've got to see Sarah get married. We did a destination wedding in Mexico on October 15th. I got to see Garrett graduate and do graduation flight with him and Sarah. So I'm incredibly grateful to this team from Vanderbilt Wilson County, the doctors, the nurses. Incredibly grateful to the American Heart Association, and I'm willing to help any way I can. So, thank you for letting me speak.